Yeah. Hey, E7. That's an actual representation of me. You said you're from the East Coast. It's nice to see you, everybody. Nice to see E7. We're going to try to go live tonight. I just had to situate a few things. I'm trying to go live twice a day, at least maybe on the weekend. How are you, Banks Org? Hey, what's up, Sam? If anyone has any questions, I love all you guys. I just woke up and I didn't get to go live yesterday, but I wanted to give you guys the spirit. The best thing is every day we wake up, we have a new opportunity at life. I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. What's up, Ali Vlogs? Ali HMD Vlogs. What's going on? The clean face, Andreas. You remind me of a statue. I actually found you commenting on one of Tommy's posts. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I I think the algorithm like it eventually tries to like morph you into other people's pages. Yeah, cuz that's how it works, E7. And that is why I asked you that. Yeah. Mhm. And yeah, that's I'm so glad because Tommy, I just found out about Tommy, I don't know, not so long ago, like a couple weeks. Maybe he knew me before that. Yeah. And that's still pretty close to me where I stay. I mean, it's pretty close. Yeah, and that's great that you found Tommy. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, he posted some really good pictures recently. Yeah, Andreas, you might melt the clay. Are you gonna go swimming in your pool? Do you have AC? Do you have AC at your house, Andreas? Grand Theft Auto. We have a bunch of people, Banks Org from San Diego. Yeah, one of the moderators are actually from. His name is Lego. He's from San Diego. Which statue do you look like, Andreas? You look like your own. You look like your own Roman statue. Your own Roman statue. Yeah, what's going on, Stoic? We're here on this beautiful Saturday, and I just woke up. My voice is deeper than ever. Deeper than Batman. And every day, the beautiful thing is you get to start a fresh day. You have new opportunities to lead your life. It sucks if you're in jail. You're gonna say hi to him, yeah, inevitably see him. Yeah. We were talking about the beach and how it's really good to live like near a beach. Not everybody has that. In fact, I would say 50% of people don't, if not higher. And I hope you do see him, E7, because it was meant to happen. You got burnt and tan at the same time. Well, you're gonna be like a burnt pasty strudel. Yeah. Yeah, you better swim. Are you gonna swim at a pool, like your pool? I can't believe you even have that. Or are you going to go to the local ocean? Yeah. I appreciate you, Andreas. Or I appreciate you, Andreas. Appreciate Stoic. Yeah, I mean it always seems it's going like very stoic in Australia, New Zealand. Stoic says, "Does everybody have a mission? Let him know." And that's a really good post that you said, Stoic, because my last community post, I was saying in the midst of chaos is where you find peace. and my life has been chaotic the last couple of days. I, I think it's been chaotic with a lot of people because, as I said, kind of like near the beginning of 2024, life is about to get, because things are getting better, but things are going to get crazier at the same time. That's why you have all this stuff on, you know, about the government, UFOs, Jeffrey Epstein, the list releasing. They want you to go crazy before they go crazy. They already are. Okay? That's why they're losing it and they're trying to make us lose it. So we need to find that peace. This is what God is telling us. But my life has been just as crazy, Stoic. You're not the only one. I have ASD, bro. I don't know what that means. People have been giving me money recently. Even YouTube has actually sent me a paycheck, but that's just off of donations. It's my first one. But they take like they said they're going to take like 3 weeks to send me my paycheck. I don't and that started from I started going live like the end of last year, so like August. Yeah. And I just finally hit that threshold. Yeah. We made a whole one of the lives a couple days ago was kind of like back to back. We we talked about the internet, and I've met so many awesome people. The internet connects us with knowledge, and it connects us all around the world. This was never here before, and it's up to us to use it for good and how we want to use it. We don't have to use it at all. Yeah, so it doesn't need to be a Black Mirror dystopia. That's very creative, stoic. Your hands are reddish brown. Maybe you're touching something hot. And send me a picture, Andreas. Yeah, I will be coming to your house. Coming to Cyprus. The thing is, like, I always was fascinated with Australia, back when we used to learn about the continents, but they never told us about like Australia. But I feel some deep connection to Australia. I probably lived there at one time in my past life. This is the one-handed prayer, by the way. Yeah, I probably was an Aborigine. So I also did a research paper like in like third grade. I swear it was like third grade. I did it on the thorny devil. I remember the thorny devil, which is interesting. And it was called the Tasmanian devil, I think also. Not the cartoon guy, but the Tasmanian devil is from Australia. But you got to understand when we go through school here in America, they don't really teach us about other nations. So in Australia, other than it being a continent, they taught us nothing. But they always brought that up, or it always brought interested me. I just figured you'd be so close, Andreas. Okay. Yeah. Well, then Bang Sword said the first thing you wake up in the morning is what you worship. The first thing you look for. Yeah. The thing is, like, it naturally happened to me. Even before I knew about God, actually, I started taking that divine time to myself because it feels good to pray. And I was taking that silence. And usually I hop on to live or do the energy work. So yeah, I guess because you guys are all children of God. That's a really good advertisement. Banks org. We're advertising God. That's true. What's the first thing you guys do when you get up? Stoic is about 20 minutes away from the beach. Yeah. I used to be an Aboriginal. Do you ever drink the salt water? I know most people are close to the beach. I don't. For me to go to an actual beach that is not a lake, that is not like an artificial beach, like a lake, because there are places around here that I can go that have sand. Like I could go to the New York to the New York Niagara waterfall, but for me to get to a beach on a coastline, I probably have to go like 6 hours. Yeah, the sand and being on a beach is probably being near one is probably the best weather habitats for human beings. Yeah, Andreas is gonna sneak out, living close to a natural body of water. Yeah, it's because we're mostly made of water. We were born in the water, so that's why like pirate ships, when we dock, and our time schedule is Marty time. Even our money currency, money another M word, same as Mediterranean. All the money comes from the water. So does ship it. So does like shipping, FedEx, Jeff Bozo, Amazon shipping. Marty time is a water word. So the world before the land appeared, before it could appear, it all starts with water. It's all one big ocean. When you marry someone, marry, even the word marry, as in a name, Mary is with water again. Okay. So mermaids are a real thing, or once were on this planet. That's why we hear all the lores, the Little Mermaid. We'll tell her to kill me first, Andreas. Does your mother have the same genetics as you? It's the first words you say to yourself in the morning. Yeah. My mission is to be still, yeah, and no. Unfortunately, our society, it's all running on the same hive mind, which is, you could say, not stillness, not still. They're all running materialistically, fallen from God's essence. but the world is changing. We're moving back towards awakening. And people think you're going to get the answer outside of you. People think you're going to get the answer from someone by doing more activities. You're going to know the answers by researching online. But the answer is always inside of you. This is why God created the illusion, because we would not pursue anything. We would not be involved in the world if we ascended from him and just knew everything. What would we do? So that's Banks org. That's the best thing to do and want, is to be still. Because we will get all the answers that we need. And people think doing activity and running around in society, it's going to bring you the answers. You're the truth is, all the answers come from the calmness. Happiness generates from inside of us. So God, the reason why people don't find him, and the whole Jesus, the whole point of gurus, shamans, priests, the whole point of the Bible, all the scriptures, and the whole point of loving what you do, or following that, what you love to do, is to bring us that sense of peace, to look for the stillness. It is inside of us, ladies and gentlemen. Our thought is what we come to conquer in this world. It's why we're here, to defeat our ego. There are multiple ways to do this, but our ego, it is the illusion. It creates the separation. Okay? Our brain is using us, and we are not captain of our ship. Therefore, it just goes all over the place. So we have to watch the observer, what happens when someone starts to awaken, and this is going around the whole world right now. Not everyone's becoming enlightened. Not everyone's going to be an enlightened master. That's not. But the great awakening, when someone starts waking up in general, they actually they don't know the word. There's no word for it. There are no words. But they start watching their thoughts. Like if you're already watching your thoughts, you're very advanced spiritually. They never want to give beginners credit, but everyone in here, 90% of people, if not higher, that watch my videos or just come across them, everyone is getting spiritually advanced. Because if we were living like a caveman, which is still up on the spiritual chain, you cavemen are not watching their thoughts. They're not even aware of their own thought, okay? So when you even just watching your own thoughts, even if you have no space in between, that's the final level. No space. And when you find that space, you merge with existence. God is space. He is that thoughtless state. And when you become thoughtless, you become Him. So we're going to back up 1 second to what I was just saying. Uh, uh, all these people, they are, you got to understand, we've came from nothing. Okay? We used to be a plant. We used to be a mineral. We had no chance of escaping duality. We came from being an animal. Most people eat, so we came from being a caveman. Most people don't even search for spirituality, which is rightfully so. We've reincarnated all these times. They say we've incarnated like millions of times. Nine to five. And now we have only when you're in the human body. And usually you have to get the knowledge first. We can become aware of ourselves. This is great. This is very, very excellent. I'm sorry I'm not reading the comments right now, but we're in this ocean too deep. going after spirituality, even if you have a little bit of it one in you, maybe I'm just better. Maybe I'm just feeling better today too. In some sense, I am. But going after spirituality, listen from my heart, is the best thing you can do in this life. It is the best thing. Being with me is one of the best things. Not because I'm the best. It has nothing to do with me. I have went through a lot of trials. I have found stillness. I have found God. Therefore, you don't have to search no further. And finding this channel, which is God working through me, and He's working through you too. You're just thoughts, you got to keep them at bay. The best thing is to search for God in this lifetime. To know the truth of reality. To know your inner self. And I had the fucking fan on. I fucking wonder why. We will get up in the comments. The bell of happiness has rung. Animals and anything that's not a human being, they cannot find God. Only when we are a human being, we can use our intellect and we can become self-absorbed, which is self-observant. Self-realization. So we don't have to keep reincarnating. If you're anything other than a human being, you are stuck in a trap. You are stuck in some type of hell. Because there's no way of escaping. Okay? So we come from a mineral, then a plant, then an animal, and eventually we reincarnate into a human being. But we can't escape these other forms. Okay? We're very lucky to be in the human body. So, searching for spirituality, which can be summed up as stillness. We can escape the reincarnation cycle. My life has been effed up for 9 years, Stoic. I haven't been able to eat. So every day I was perpetually starving. Every day felt like I was going to die. So, in a way, how Jesus was resurrected, I too was in something similar. Every day I was outside of my body for 9 years. And I couldn't eat food. And this eventually catalysted me into spirituality. So I couldn't eat for 9 years. Do you know what it's like to starve every second of your life? But I'm sorry for that, Stoic. I would like to know more. And to update on my health, I I'm taking this supplement that helps me digest food, which is the protein that I need. But regardless, the HCl, it's the best supplement in the world because most people that are sick are not digesting their food. And that's what I hope is helping me. I'd rather be poor. Well, I am I'm not I'm not monetized Banks.org. I actually just got money from donations through YouTube. So I'm not monetized. You need 4,000 watch hours within like a year. And even though I upload so many videos and I've gotten thousands of views, YouTube doesn't, every time I get like 1,000 or 2,000 views, it's gone up a little bit. They stop showing my video to people. And you can go see all my top videos. I'm not making this up. Even subscribers have not subscribed to my channel. But I'm thankful for everybody, of course. But that's really not irrelevant to this. But most of my subscribers are from YouTube Shorts. Yeah. And if you don't get a certain amount of watch time in like 12 months, they reset your watch time. You know, so I have like 3,000 hours out of 4,000 hours. Some people get that overnight. You know what I mean? And people just aren't ready for my content because it will be taking off to the sky. You guys will see this in the future. Nothing. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I appreciate everyone in here, though. So I'm not making money from YouTube. I've only made money from donations, and it's just like $100 since I started going live in like August or whenever that was, September. That's when I started going live on this channel. And YouTube takes 30% of the donations anyways. So $100 that I actually got from them, that's probably more like $300. I don't know what that would be times 0.3. So YouTube actually takes like 30% of your donations. Yeah. So I am not monetized. I do want to make that clear. Yeah, I do believe in working for yourself, Stoic. Yeah, isn't was Wizard of Oz like filmed there? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I thought there was a lot of comments, but that's okay. One of the best things we can do is work for ourselves. I'll probably be in Australia one day next year. If I did this year, it'd be by the end of it. And I find it really unique. It's I would like to visit the Aboriginals. I know it's like one big desert. And that's very fascinating. I don't know. There's not really anywhere like that. Yeah, and maybe some movies that I've seen from Australia. Dingo. I think Dingo was a movie I seen from there. If you guys are familiar with that. Yeah. Or maybe the comments just stopped coming. Yeah, the world sleeps on Australia. Yeah, yeah. Like I don't ever hear anybody talking about it either. Yeah. It's a big place. And deserts are not a natural landform. A desert comes from a place that used to be a lush forest. So how that happens is the area gets destroyed. So any place that's a desert, such as Egypt, these places used to be huge jungles. Just to hit that off. This was such a great live. I like to take this moment, and I hope everyone finds happiness, finds peace, your inner soul. Give yourself time. So slow down. Everybody's going to have to slow down because speeding up is not the answer. God is so powerful, and same with reality, that it's ultimately a stillness. So you have to become still. You will never see God. You can only feel Him. Okay? Does that make sense? This is why people don't believe in God, because it's our true nature, and you have to feel Him. He's very clever, and He hides Himself underneath all the manifestations. So you can't see God, unfortunately. You can see Him as a person, and this is why they depict Him as, like, they'll make a representation, because there is no picture of God. Again, it is just the stillness. Reality comes from being completely still. Our intuition is always the answer. It's a direct communication from God. It's a direct communication from ourself, because God is a part of us. It's a direct communication from reality. Reality, it's not some far off distant thing. It's simultaneously giving you the answers. Just like birds, they know what to do. They know when it's going to rain. They know. Someone didn't come and speak, "Hey, it's going to rain." It's the feeling of the intuition, and therefore they know. It's the same with us. So we have to feel reality. Literally, we have to feel it. Okay? And it's a subtleness that God has placed in us. Our reality is not a thinking based reality as much as we like to think about it. It's a 3D virtual game, like the Sims, like Skyrim. And the universe is literally working with us at all times, simultaneously. There is no delay. So the only delay is when you have thoughts. Okay. And this is the best feeling in the world, to know your existence. It's why we exist. I appreciate everyone coming in here. I love all you guys. I'm no better than you guys. God is working through me, and He's working through all of us. When we clear the muddiness of our mind and stop being this character that we think we are, when we stop creating this drama and being so serious about life, then our thoughts will slow down. And again, God is walking, true. He's working through all of us, and we all have this chance, once we numb our thoughts, to really feel reality, which is in a way observant in the cancellation of thoughts. I hope we all find happiness. And it's just terrific to be alive. My body went through hell the last 2 days. I appreciate you guys so much. Just remember, I'm no better. And we all can get this stillness inside of us, which is where reality, it is the basis of reality, from nothing, from this absolute stillness. This is where contentment is. People aren't content with their lives because they can't become still. They don't know this. You become very settled once you know this. People don't bother you. You feel this, you feel your energy, and you just feel alive. And you have the discrepancy. Your thought is the only divider That's why you think you are the thought between you and God, between you and reality. And once we watch the thought, the beginning, then we are already ahead. We're very advanced spiritually. So is everyone in here. And anyone that takes a human body is you're getting close to the final, the end. And just search with your mind. It takes concentration when you have no thoughts on at all. The space in between your thoughts. This is when you become enlightened. Okay? And you feel existence. The bell of happiness. I'm not sure if anybody else commented, but it hasn't showed me anything. This live will be posted right after this. We're at 1 hour and 3 minutes. We became it. I will be trying to go live this Saturday about 12 hours from now, just to bring the stillness, God into your life. Maybe talk about some other things too. God bless you guys. From the bottom of my heart. I'll see you guys later.